Chris Hemsworth is getting deeply personal, sharing a side of himself fans have never seen before. The Marvel superstar is bearing his heart in Chris Hemsworth, a road trip to remember a 1-hour National Geographic special that follows the actor and his father, Craig Hemsworth, on an unforgettable journey across Australia. "This is a photo of me and my dad," Chris says softly, holding up an image that captures both warmth and nostalgia. "I love this photo." His voice cracked slightly, a rare, vulnerable moment from one of Hollywood's most physically powerful stars. In the documentary, premiering November 23rd on National Geographic and streaming the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu, Chris opens up about his father's early-stage Alzheimer's diagnosis and the emotional toll it's taken on their family. "He has early-stage Alzheimer's," Chris reveals. "I want to do everything that I can to help him." It's a deeply human moment, a son facing one of life's hardest realities, using his platform to shed light on a disease that affects millions around the world. The father and son road trip takes viewers across stunning landscapes in Australia, blending adventure with raw reflection. But behind the sweeping scenery lies something much more intimate, the story of a man learning to slow down, reconnect, and make peace with time itself. The journey's about connection, his tone tender but resolute. It was a great reminder to just be present and breathe. The documentary features never-before-seen family photos, glimpses of Craig Hemsworth in his younger days, looking strikingly like his famous sons, Chris, Liam, and Luke. In one candid moment, Chris reflects on those similarities, noting how his father's quiet strength shaped who he became. Fans will remember that this project comes 3 years after Chris learned of his own genetic predisposition to Alzheimer's while filming his series Limitless. The revelation made global headlines. As Chris discovered, he carries 2 copies of the APOE4 gene, one from each parent, putting him at a significantly higher risk of developing the disease later in life. At the time, Chris called the discovery a blessing in disguise. Now, A Road Trip to Remember shows what that statement truly meant. "I just find myself wanting to spend more time with him," he says, his voice filled with emotion. "You know, to really be there." The film captures that sentiment beautifully, from quiet drives down dusty back roads to peaceful moments by the ocean. Each scene feels like a love letter to family, to home, and to the fleeting nature of memory itself. It's a far cry from the larger-than-life roles fans know him for, the godlike hero, Thor, the unstoppable Tyler Reich. Here, Chris is simply a son, cherishing his father and confronting the fragility of time. The documentary also explores how new research and lifestyle changes can potentially delay the progression of Alzheimer's. Through interviews with scientists, wellness experts, and families affected by the disease, the film becomes more than just a personal story. It's a message of hope. For Chris, the journey is as much internal as it is physical. Along the way, he opens up about how his father's diagnosis and his own genetic results changed his perspective on life, career, and legacy. "When I first found out," Chris admits, "it was scary. But then I realized maybe this is the reminder I needed. To slow down, to really live." He's candid about his fears, but also about his gratitude. "I think it's easy to get caught up in the noise, the next project, the next goal. But when something like this happens, it makes you focus on what really matters." What matters most to Chris Hemsworth is clear family. Throughout the documentary, Craig Hemsworth's gentle humor and resilience shine through, offering both warmth and heartbreak. There's laughter, 2 moments of father-son teasing, shared memories, and reflections that remind us that even in the face of loss, love endures. For longtime fans of the actor, it's a rare window into the man behind the myth, a reminder that even superheroes have fears, vulnerabilities, and families they'd do anything to protect. Chris's wife, Elsa Patel, and their 3 children, India, Sasha, and Tristan, also make brief appearances in the special, adding another layer of intimacy. The family scenes are tender and grounding, underscoring the importance of legacy, connection, and living fully in the present. "It's about cherishing every moment," Chris says, "because the truth is, we don't get to keep them forever, but we can make them count." As the film closes, a montage of home videos and family photos plays, laughter, hugs, snapshots, frozen in time. Chris's voice narrates softly over the images. "If there's one thing I've learned, It's that memories are our most valuable treasures, and even when they fade, the love remains. Chris Hemsworth, A Road Trip to Remember, is more than just a documentary. It's an invitation to appreciate the people we love, to live in the moment, and to remember that vulnerability is its own kind of strength. The actor who's faced gods, villains, and impossible odds on screen is now confronting his most personal challenge yet, with courage, compassion, and heart. Chris Hemsworth, A Road Trip to Remember premieres November 23rd on National Geographic and streams November 24th on Disney Plus and Hulu.